I always think, for the past 3 videos, I thought that there is no way that they could continue to mess up this situation, but here we are again for the 8th consecutive day. I know the views are good on the channel. The interaction is great, and there's been a bunch of incredible people that have shown up to my channel specifically. Listen, it took me 18 months in order to amass 1,000 subscribers, and it took a legendary once-in-a-generation lawsuit in order to hit a Northern Virginia court in order for me to cross the mythical 1,000 subscriber threshold. Over the past week and change, I gained those 1,000 subscribers. All thanks to you guys that are out there. And a special shout out to Jason. You know who you are, my guy. Don't need to put you on blast or anything like that. But thank you for your immense generosity. Well played, my guy. And thank you. Thank you so much. And sorry if I've missed anybody else's comments that are down there. There's so many. I've got so little time in the grand scheme of things because I'm out here just giving you guys the content that you want to see with the breakdown, with the value. Because yes, there's a lot of people, and they probably touched on this back at the time that it broke, because this happened last night after I was finishing, editing up the rest of my content. I already had my, peace out for the day, and I was not going to double down on all this stuff. I just thought, oh, how's this going to play out? Because it can't possibly get any worse than it did with this right here. Obviously, we just hear from the author, and then that would be the end of it, okay? Because Tim's got his show tonight, and maybe I'd just be able to attach this on. The next time they do something stupid, we can go ahead and figure it out from there. But Lord have mercy, of course not. Of course that couldn't be it. So for completion's sake, we have, yes, the author of the Gonzo journalism pieces that were so good they had to be taken down within about 24 hours of the 3rd and final piece of it finally being released. You did like a week of journalism. You wrote 80,000 words only to take it all down because you realize that you might have just defamed everybody, literally everybody, anybody who read it. Oh my god, you're a gang stalker, you're a paid op, you're a paid op. That's a very difficult way to live life, but maybe it's profitable. I don't know, maybe it's attention-seeking behavior taken to its absolute limits, but Shane Cashman, my guy, I tried to lend you some support. You're a good man. Hashtag believe all women. Hashtag listen and believe. Hashtag cuck's gonna cuck. Oh wait, messed up with that last one. And then I also quote retweeted it as well with my opinions on all of this stuff, but we'll read the source before we get to my salty take over the top of it. I am grateful that Eliza trusted me with her story. Okay, I am grateful for my readers. Not all of them, because you called a lot of them. Well, actually, I'll get to that with my response. I think it's more apt. I am blessed with these opportunities. Here we go. There has been no new information brought to light that would sway my beliefs in here, nor played a role in the removal of the series. Yo, man, that is some tragic revelatory information, because okay, a lot of people were trying to figure out, it's like the articles were incredibly poorly written. It wasn't gonzo journalism, it was just crap. It was just a bunch of lies, it was just a bunch of deflection. It never really got to the bottom of, hey, a lot of people were kicked off of Twitter. There were a bunch of privacy complaints that were filed on a whole host of YouTube creators that are out there. What are we doing here? Never wanted to get to the bottom of that. Your boss, Timmy Boy, subject of many people's ire for his flippant response, his backpedal, and then again him doubling down on blaming his audience, blaming his viewership for his inauthentic response and his inconsistent values when it comes to standing up for free speech and hating censorship. Bro, this is what I mean, man, and this is what I was just talking about in the previous video. There are certain men that claim the right, that don't have certain fundamental understanding of things, and it's the reason why any sort of collective that's on the right ultimately fails. The Tea Party, MAGA, all of the infighting that happens there. Anytime the right bands together, especially in the digital age, they are taken down by bad faith actors within. People who just all of a sudden start saying all the correct things. I stand up against human trafficking. I think that free speech and guns are the best thing for everybody. I may disagree with your opinion on something, but I'll defend your right to say it, until it becomes an inconvenient stance to take, or until you start to reconcile with the topic that involves somebody that you might have a personal connection with. See the quartering in Sydney Watson. Bro, you take certain aspects out of a story and then people would have a violently different opinion on things. If you can be objective about stuff, then we can get to the truth. But in the grand scheme of things, it's just more emotional infighting. But like I surmised here, this guy said you were cannibals, tumors, leeches, paid ops. He's willing to die on the hill, to genuflect at the altar. I believe all women in the hopes the purple lady hops in bed with him and his wife. Sad. I really think that this all just falls back on simping for pseudo-celebrities, simping for these average e-girls that claim the right, we finally got one of our own. Because generally speaking, like you've seen during the midterm election, 68% of single women voted for Democrats. So what does that mean? There's a minority of single women that are out there. So when there's one that's at least in decent shape, like Eliza's she's not terrible. She's just aged out of the marketplace. But if we're going to be completely honest, if we're going to be objective about her physical appearance, it's probably a 5. And 5 is good. Like, I don't put 7 as average. I put 5 as average. If you're average, you're a 5. Now, you're probably going to take off points when it comes to personality, reliability, and the ability to tell the truth. Okay, like, that could be different. But objectively speaking, looking at her, that is an average chick. And for most guys, she's the most attractive woman who's ever given them attention. Because, let's be honest, man, Tim hires people that are like-minded individuals. That's why he also pals around with women of similar checkered pasts, but we don't need to get into the nitty-gritty of that. There's plenty of Reddit posts on all of that. But yeah, Shane Cashman is a simp. And the sky is blue and grass is green and snow falls in April in the north and my neck of the woods. It's cold a lot, but now you're seeing the media apparatus and people who haven't really commented on this situation, even though it's normally within their wheelhouse. But it's somebody who's kind of on our side, one of our golden boys that we like to follow around like a lost puppy. He's kind of on their side, kind of putting on an event as well that Eliza was supposed to be talking about. So we can only kind of press back against this. But even though you have an exposed grifter, somebody who is obviously not who they purport themselves to be, you have every opportunity in the book to perhaps rework the situation. Because I understand, right? If you want to, keep up appearances because, that section of conservatism cares more about opinions and putting on a facade for the world than adhering to actual values like punishing bad behavior. I'm just saying. No. Minds Fest, April 15th, 2023. You can go and hear the likes of Tim Pool, Alex Jones. That'd be worth the price of the ticket in and of itself. Alex Stein. And Eliza Blue. She's going to be down there. Controversial activist. Controversial? And is she even an activist? Maybe advocating for herself at this point in time, because we haven't really seen any good work that she's done, or at least the good work that Shane Cashman claims that she does. Set to debate content moderation. She's supposed to be out there talking on content moderation at Austin Free Speech Festival. Yeah, this is going to be in April. It's going to be in April. Maybe everything will just blow over by that time, or she'll just continue to fumble over every single PR opportunity. You never really know. But knowing that this is a big Timcast operation as well, like they're well publicized in this. They've been working on this gimmick behind the scenes. I've been trying to figure out this Baste Records, Baste Records, and they've got a YouTube channel, they've got a LinkedIn page, they have a CEO, they got a Facebook fan page as well that is brand new. It's got a chicken drum, and I don't know if this is another Timcast thing because, you got the chicken and he's got the chicken coops and all that stuff. Like, there's nothing to really know about that record label, so I'm just going to think it's a puppet corporation. But also, given the past of what Eliza definitely did, something that she doesn't refute, and that there's actual receipts for, let's just say maybe this page is going to be filled out with audition advertisements for future music video work. Let's just say that. So, but let's see how this is reported, shall we? Minds Festival is hosting Eliza Blue on a panel about content moderation at their upcoming Austin event. Blue made headlines recently when she was accused of censoring in the wake of Twitter's suspensions of prominent YouTubers Brittany Venti and The Quartering. That's all you want to say about that? Don't want to mention the specific type of content that got those folks and a multitude of other people as well censored and suspended from the platform, or make no mention to YouTube multiple videos specifically about like content also getting privacy struck, which only leaves like one person on Earth with the ability to file those types of strikes. It's just weird that you wouldn't mention that. But anyways, the live event slated for April 15th at Austin's storied Vulcan Theater, will feature many notable names in contemporary free speech movement, including Eliza Blue, including Peter Boghossian, Daryl Davis, and, the post-millennial's own Jack Bot-Sobek. How adorable! But Blue is recently a new voice who is focused on speaking up against human trafficking. Really? Because I thought that she's been around since 2020, at least opining on the subject, and I do good work. Well, where's your work? Help, I'm being trafficked again. The celebrity she gained after speaking out about human trafficking, claiming that her empathy for the victims was based on her own experience. A lot of feelings I'm seeing here. Having been trafficked, quickly turned to notoriety when she used her purported victim status to censor others. After Elon Musk took over Twitter, Blue was commended for working with Twitter to fight child exploitation on the platform, and Musk announced that the removal of child exploitation imagery was the platform's #1 priority. And then it was exposed that she didn't do anything, and all of the hashtags that she was following were still very much active. But she liked to claim, Twitter removed 404 roughly 1,000 accounts that potentially allegedly engaged in that type of behavior, and I'm going to take credit for that. As always, mine's Bill Ottman. That social media platform that was founded by Bill Ottman and Ian Crossland. Weird how these people start popping up again. I told the post-millennial, we host conversations and debates between figures with wide-ranging views, often opposing. Minds.com, the social network, and our live events are built on the principles of free speech and civil discourse, especially with those we disagree with. The Austin panel about social media moderation was launched well before all the stir, and now seems poised to be even more intense and powerful discussion given recent events. Please, sign up now. You can buy tickets here. Mindsfest also features comedy, live music. I don't care about that. But don't say if Tim's going to be performing or not, because, that might discourage people from coming in. After Blue made an appearance on Timcast, her second one, reading statements from alleged human trafficking victims who were accusing internet personality Andrew Tate of trafficking them. Questions began to rise on social media, specifically from YouTubers, about Blue's backgrounds. That's fair. And how did she respond to that? Threads began unfurling with insinuations and implication about Blue's past. Threads began unfurling. Except for the one from Michael DeFranco that presaged all of this stuff. Weird. That dated back to late last year, but okay, cool. Lists of her former monikers began to circulate. They already had beforehand. The timelines popped up on Reddit and other locations trying to puzzle together what the internet knows of her history and what she has stated in recent months. One of the many YouTubers that found and cast doubt on Blue's story was a music video in which she performed in 2016. Show a picture, cowards. The video from World Star Hip Hop opens up with credit reading World Star presents Eliza Knows. You forgot. Where Blue, who then went by Eliza Knows, dances provocatively, fully clothed, by the way, thankfully. Blue has said that she is currently 41, which makes her 34 in the video. She looks every day of it, by the way. I guess that's what being a stripper will do to you. Blue gave an interview and an escort as well. That's for completion's sake about the video shortly after it was released. Gave an interview about the video shortly after it was released. Speaking with pride about her performance. Okay, cool. I thought they were going to try to rewrite history by saying after it was uncovered, then she started to talk on it. No, she was pretty silent about that. She was just striking channels from afar, and how grateful she was to be in the video. In it, she said that she was approached by the director and asked to be considered, and was overjoyed when she was cast in the video. Blue said that she was excited and felt blessed. I feel blessed about it with her black scent. God. She further said that her parents hadn't seen the video yet, and I don't think that they were opining to be completely honest. A lot of ass cheeks. A lot of ass. Several YouTubers posted stills from Eliza from that video on Twitter. Blue felt, merch, that the Twitter posting of the images that were publicly available to the rest of the internet was a violation. She reported the post to Twitter, and Twitter had been allegedly offending accounts locked pending deletion of the posts. Yes! And now with all the other flumpy stuff that is happening on Twitter, really looking like new boss, same as the old boss. Wow, it's almost like if somebody was also sounding the alarm early and it said, you know what, hey, don't put all of your faith in Elon Musk. It's really tough to really understand exactly what a genius is going to be doing at any given time. And, oh, maybe anybody should just go peek his Weibo page to really figure out if he's totally on the side of the United States and maybe, you know, try to connect dots. No, heaven forbid anybody would have been doing that. But then again, you know, that said person doesn't have dyed colored hair and or ample old lady titties. I'm going to address this one time and one time only. She posted on January 20th. Famous last words. A non-consensual photo of me was posted yesterday on Twitter. The photo has been removed and the source of the photo has also been contacted, and I'm preparing to escalate to the fullest extent of the law. Twitter did an outstanding job and will be excluded from legal action. She got fact-checked on that as well. It was not, in fact, non-consensual photo. And, yeah, that's where everything started to unravel. Jumping ahead a little bit, we already know the story. Need not tread well-worn ground. I'm not just talking about Eliza's vagina. In her view, the posting of the image constituted abuse, and she further exploitation. You didn't fight censorship. You fought to exploit me, she wrote. Nude, partially nude, sexually suggestive content without my consent. If you would have asked, I wouldn't have consented. You believe that they consented previously, so you decided to take my body and use it for your gain. To ask you, could you clarify your time frame? And instead, you just decided to go all Third Reich on everybody. Ban, 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 ban. She alleged that the sharing of the photo made her feel like a victim again, and that claims, countering her allegations that she had not been sex trafficked, were now moot because the sharing of the image was, in essence, sex trafficking. And it's almost like the initial core argument of, hey, why is this lady censoring everything? It's almost like that's got lost in the weeds. When and if Blue takes the mind stage to address the topic, how to moderate and decentralize social networks, interesting. Alongside panelists, very interesting. Ian Crossland, somebody who she has a very decorated past with. We'll just say that. Luke Rudkowski, the second mic on Timcast show, or whatever form it's at. And Destiny, that's a woman's name. The cuck in an open relationship. That's funny, because it's supposed to be a wide range of opinions, right? Destiny, for as much as he's just a laughable open relationship snack fetcher, he's pretty much a free speech guy. Can't dog him for that. Can't dog him like his wife gets dogged out. Luke Rudkowski, Ian Crossland, yeah, they're pretty much on the same page when it comes to free speech. And then, at least back in the cut, about a month ago, Eliza was all along the exact same programming. Oh, she was one of those, I'm going to wrap myself in the Constitution. I'm going to wrap myself in the God pill. God bless America. She had all of the correct talking points that are out there. But it's just so funny, right? Because Minds Fest, it's only propped up by Timcast side. Baste Records, don't know too sure. That really sounds like somebody's trying to also pull other iconography from other places and then just try to adopt it into their bastardized version of conservatism. It really seems like a Timcast joint, if you ask me. Destiny notwithstanding, I don't know. He just kind of exists in the ether. I'm just always surprised whenever he pops up anywhere. So even going back to Cashman, right? Him being a turbo simp, being employed by Tim also having his problems with women before. Ian Crossland, you know, we seen the video as well. Luke, I don't know, man. That guy's he just kind of exists out there as well. He sells his t-shirts and away he goes. It's fantastic, wonderful. I alluded to this earlier in the previous video as well. And it's something that I've thought about, you know, quite a bit, because I've had these ideas in some form or fashion, whatever makes up my own personal thought process. And I responded to this tweet right here, because I think it kind of resonates out there. And shout out to Tree of Logic once again. She's done good work cataloging a lot of the story on here as well, so shout out again. See, I do like women. Conservatives / the right wing is filled with the most desperate, insecure, native, I'd imagine that was supposed to be naive, and thirsty individuals who will latch on to anyone who is diverse and preaches their talking points and makes them seem cool and accepting. Hey man, that's what I'm saying. You know, the right has a real problem when it comes to latching on to D, E, F, G tier celebrities. They want to hold them up as their own because the other side is just so overwhelmingly stacked to the rafters with all of the entertainers. So we finally got one. Or when it comes to, you know, attractive females, that just automatically triggers the whole tradcon idea that men need to be men and then women will be better. And see, look at all of our women that we have over here, knowing how flighty they are, but, you know, just trying to... We've got the attractive women that are over there. It's all old order ideas, not understanding that those women that are over there, they're products of the modern age, even if they try to claim conservatism, like it or not. And that's what I said. That's what I was talking about in my quote tweet of Shane Cashman's response to his 80,000 word digital vomit that he got suckered in. He was going to go down with the ship because he was believing all women. She made him tingle in certain places that he hasn't tingled in a while. And conservative men, what's the thing that they normally get snatched up for when it comes to controversy? Over on the left, it's a bunch of degenerate stuff. But there's always one go-to when it comes to the right. Always a sex scandal. Sometimes if you're Lindsey Graham, it's, you know... male hookers at the Waldorf Astoria. 9 times out of 10, if you want to lump in also the evangelical Christians, all of the pastors that come out that it's like, sinning is wrong, you need to get right with the Lord and cast out the devil. And then the week later, they'll just come forward and then they'll just say that I was cheating on my wife and then start babbling. Because they're all simps, bro. That's what's happening. And you're seeing it really manifest right now with the Daily Wire and with Timcast. As a right-winger myself, I can honestly say that the right is filled with dorks who were not allowed to sit at the cool kids' tables when they were young. Absolutely 100%. That's where all of the disdain that Ben Shapiro has for Donald Trump, because what he sees, especially at the beginning when he was this super never Trumper that was out there, oh, Hillary Clinton's just going to win. We should have just ended up running Marco Rubio. Ugh, yuck. Now watch this dork end up simping for Nikki Haley. Oh my god. Because that's going to be the new hotness after this stuff. Oh my god, I used to be a part of the right, but now they're just all going to start to, you know, leave after the establishment right tries to push everybody away from Trump onto DeSantis. You know it's going to be happening. It's not that I dislike DeSantis, it's just he's just going to become the avatar of the establishment. But hey man, it is what it is. Being a conservative all of my life, being a right winger, whatever the hell you want to call it, an independent thinker, hey, there you go, I'll take that one. Being somebody who's has adhered to these principles for as long as I can remember, that is 1000% true. There's a lot of envy, jealousy. It comes out in very strange, very oddly sexual ways on the right. Because even though for a vast majority of the time, the jocks that were out there, they're kind of traditionally minded, conservative minded individuals. But right now you see a lot of keyboard warriors, a lot of dorks, a lot of kids that didn't really contribute that much to organized sports growing up. They're trying to claim the new right. That's why you get these Johnny-come-lately Tim Pools, and then they just end up muddying the waters. This is why I clown many of them. You clown tree. I'm trying to expose the truth, and I'm trying to drop some knowledge because this is what I see. Okay, here was my response. I think it's apt, and I think the meme's pretty good as well. They dunk on red pill, intersexual a dynamic understanding, but they need it the most. The left can't define a woman, but tradcons will simp to the point of no return to show them up. Scary reality and the pseudo-celebrity worship, D-tier talent, and mediocre women will be their fall. How many times have you seen that? Sydney Watson, Tommy Lahren, Lauren Southern. There's a chick who wants to wrap herself in all of the correct right-wing talking points, but she gets a free pass because she says the right things because, oh, she's got a sign in the background that has the American flag. Oh, she talks about being a libertarian. We can just go ahead and overlook her dyed purple hair. This is what you get, man. This is exactly what you get. And then you have the people that also, you know, just put on that veneer as well. Might not be a red hat. It could be a red beanie or just a beanie in general. And then you want to claim that side. You're going to be the loudest voice in the fight because we need to forestall the Civil War and we need to just fill out our ranks with some of the most appropriate people that are out there. And this is what else you get. A pseudo-celebrity with just some terrible takes. Now he does kind of redeem himself, and I'll show it for completion's sake. We're not just going to say this, just outright, but Phil LeBont, I've got absolutely no qualms with him. He does redeem himself underneath of it, so I'm not going to completely take him aside. But most people are just simply going to see the first image. Okay, just the views say it all, right? Okay, it's kind of like the editor's note or the correction after the fact. It's just, it gets 10th the viewership. But Phil's claiming, well, he's, the lead singer of All That Remains, right? Not really a joiner, but you have two groups that you're trying to claim at the same time. Timcast, trying to be charitable, pronouns and Oxford commas, anti-communist and counter-revolutionary. Not really a joiner, but you have an awful lot of descriptions in your bio. Very interesting. And yes, you're of course you're a part of Bitcoin gang, because I'm an individual. I support cryptocurrency. Cool. But these are the types, or rather, this is the type of game that right-wingers or that side of the aisle wants to employ. And again, no shade at Phil. This is just something that I see all too often. It's just terrible game that everybody intrinsically runs. Every single guy grows up and they learn and they think that women are sugar and spice and everything nice. And if you just treat a girl well, you bring her flowers on the first date, you open up the car door for you. You do your part, she will reciprocate in kind. And that couldn't be anything further from the truth in today's day and age. So let's see if we can spot the problem in this riz. Wonder if Megan Fox likes heavy metal. Oh, let me just set the scene. Apparently Megan Fox broke up with Machine Gun Kelly, right? Oh, okay, cool, wonderful, fantastic. I thought they were gonna have wonderful, beautiful babies and all that stuff. Whatever, man. I'm not as Oh, right. So yeah, just run this back. Wonder if Megan Fox likes heavy metal. She likes whatever the guy that she's into likes. Let's just call it that. I'm not as tall as Machine Gun Kelly, but I write good metal songs. Where's the problem in that? Where is the problem? I think it's pretty obvious if you know what to be looking for. Self-deprecation never works. Let me explain. Phil LeBont. Phil LeBont is the lead singer of All That Remains. They are a super successful band, by the way. On the same level as Machine Gun Kelly? No, but would they look stupid playing on the same stage? Absolutely not. So instead of leading with that, or even just shooting a direct shot, which I don't know if he has or not, but leading with, I hope she likes what I'm into, and self-deprecation. So what are you hoping for right there? You're acquiescing to her frame. Oh, this is all I am, so I hope that's good enough for you. And then also, it's like, I'm not that tall. So what? She's supposed to take your advance of being a one-dimensional short dork? Is that what she's supposed to pick up from that? I see that play out so often with guys, and that's why they immediately fail. Self-deprecation, it works with humor when you're around your boys. But why on earth? Why on earth would you self-deprecate to a woman when she's supposed to be looking up to you, you are supposed to be her man, but you refer to yourself as a short guy with no diversity? Because, bro, you just peek this. Megan Fox seemingly breaks up with her boyfriend for years. The couple, I think, Machine Gun Kelly, after allegedly he was unfaithful and cheated on her. Yeah, no, the right is, oh my God, she's just so beautiful. I would never cheat on her. I'm a good man. I'm a strong man. I'm a masculine man. And good, strong, masculine, traditional men wouldn't cheat on women. I opined to this, and I think I even retweeted something, the original article or something like that, when this came out. And it's like, I think Machine Gun Kelly, who is several years her junior, rolled over one day, woke up in the morning and realized, wow, she's a 36-year-old single mother. I am not about to hitch my wagon to that. Before I close out, I gotta have the little edit in there, because I don't want to roast Phil. There's no point in roasting Phil. The replies are like, you better be ready to drink blood, when it's clear and obvious she needs someone to tell her to knock that shit off. That's the right framing. That is 100% the right framing that's out there. And the fact that he didn't put that in the initial tweet just goes to show you. Why conservatives fail. They fall into everybody else's frame. This is still the party of John McCain, of Mitt Romney, of losing with dignity. You don't want to say the quiet part out loud. All right, bet. There are other people that are going to do it. If you want to be a long-lasting regime, if you don't want to be caught tripping over your own dick whenever some thought rolls through, better start developing some frame. Some game wouldn't help either. You got the muscles. Tim's got the money. In order to be successful, you gotta put it all together. That is something that I'm seeing dramatically lacking on the Timcast side, especially in the handling of this Eliza Blue situation. So, Hopefully they don't do anything stupid, because there are some other things that I'd like to talk about into the future. But, of course, who knows? Who knows ultimately how this story will draw to a conclusion. So with all that said, thank you all very much for the gift of your time. I've been Don Consuelo. I want you to follow your gut and get after it. Take care, everyone.